What's going on? We're back for another edition of Gaming with Funtendo. And today we're gonna talk about jealousy. I'm gonna cue up this old school game, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out. This is definitely a classic. I don't know if I'm gonna quite make it to see Mike Tyson, but I should be able to beat up on some of these younger chumps and make my way up the ranks. Alright, so jealousy is definitely an emotion that can be good and it can be bad, depending on you and how you handle it. It could be good from the sense that if you use the jealousy to motivate yourself, then that's fine. But it could be bad from the standpoint of if you're jealous of somebody else and it's affecting the way that you interact with them. Now, a lot of people disguise their jealousy. A lot of people don't want you to know when they're actually jealous, but you'll know they're jealous. Maybe you got a new car. Maybe you got something they wanted. Maybe you got some new clothes, a new watch. It could be anything that triggers somebody's jealousy. Now, both men and women are jealous. So I'm not going to say that just one or the other is jealous, because men are jealous and women are jealous too. So I've dealt with many people that are jealous, and it's unfortunate that everybody can't just go out and do what they need to do in this world and make something happen for themselves. That way, nobody has to be jealous. Everybody has an equal opportunity and equal amount of time in the day to go out and make something happen. Now, envy is very close to jealousy. Envy is like the emotion that is felt probably pre-jealousy. Someone sees that you have something they want. You got nicer shoes. You got a better job. You live in a nicer place. Somehow they perceive that you are in a better position than they are. So all of a sudden, those feelings kind of start to creep up. Now, this doesn't happen for everybody, because there's a lot of people that are happy for you when you actually make something happen in your life. But there's a lot of people that cannot stand the fact that you're living your best life and they're not living their best life. Maybe you just got a new job and your salary's nice. You're on your way up. You're moving up the chain. You're dressing better. You're looking better. Maybe you just look better. Maybe you got a better body. Maybe you have some attributes that this other person does not have. And this other person, a lot of times, will not come right out and say they're jealous. If someone says, "Oh, I'm jealous of you," they're probably not jealous. They're probably happy for you. They're probably they might be a little bit envious, but more than likely, they're kind of happy for you. So those people kind of don't factor in as much. Wow, he just punched me. Oh, he got me twice. Oh, he hit me 3 times? 4 in a row? Nah, we ain't going for that. Now, let me get back on track here. So, a lot of people that say I'm jealous, they're not really jealous. They're just a little bit envious maybe. But a lot of those people will actually use that envy to motivate themselves to become a better person. They could be your friend. They could be a cousin. They could be an uncle. They could be a coworker. You know, normal envy is okay. I think envy kind of starts to maybe motivate people. But when it gets to be just all out jealousy, and it's not being used to motivate somebody, that's when it becomes a problem. Now, how jealousy will play out is these people will pretend to be your friend. These people will be happy or pretend like they're happy that something good happened for you. But in their heart, they ain't happy for you at all. In their heart, they're wishing that they were actually in your position. Maybe you took a vacation. Maybe you traveled somewhere. Maybe you got to do something they didn't get to go to. Maybe you got to go to the Bruno Mars concert or something and they didn't get to go. Well, a lot of times people aren't necessarily going to come right out and say they're jealous. They're just going to act jealous. And a lot of people disappear when they get jealous. So if you're used to dealing with somebody on a regular basis and then you had a nice turn of events in your life and then all of a sudden you don't hear from these people no more, they're probably jealous. They don't want to see you because they can't stand the sight of you. It makes them physically sick in their stomach when they see you actually rising up and they know that they're in their same position. Now, I don't know. There's different ways that you could deal with these haters and jealous people. One of the ways that you deal with them is just don't even waste your time thinking about these people. Go about your life. Live your best life. Let me go and knock this fool out. Live your best life. That's the best thing you could do. Avoid these people that have jealousy in their heart all the time. They don't have nothing good for you. Now, the number one person that can cause damage in your life if they are jealous is your partner. If your girlfriend is jealous, if your wife is jealous, if your partner is jealous of you, that's a very dangerous situation to be in. Why? It's because they are so close to you that they know all your secrets. They know all your business. They know how to potentially take you down. They know where all the dead bodies are buried at. And if it plays out where they end up having a reason to try to get back at you for some reason, you'll find out. You didn't know they were jealous of you, but later on, you found out that they were jealous. I've had this happen to me many times. Maybe not a lot, a couple of times. I'll say a handful of times where I was dealing with a partner and they were actually jealous of my situation. They were jealous of where I was at in life. They were jealous of the fact that I have made a nice career out of my work history and they ain't really making nothing happen in their life. They're jealous because they basically went to college. Didn't graduate necessarily, or picked a little funny degree out. They ain't getting no money. I went into the right field. I'm making a decent pay. I'm working, I'm slaving, but people don't understand that. Nobody sees all the hard work that you do to get to where you're at. They only see the end result. So it's really easy for other people to be jealous of you when they don't know how much hard work and sacrifice you just made to get to where you're currently at right now. So is it valid jealousy? Not really, because they don't really know how hard you've been working. They don't know what kind of sacrifice you've been making to get to where you are in life. They're just seeing the end result. They're seeing you're in a nice car. They're seeing you're they're seeing you going on vacation. They're seeing you spending money at the mall. They're seeing you in your best position. They didn't see you sacrificing. They didn't see you staying up late at night. They didn't see you all in the books, all on the internet. They did not see any of that. All they saw was 6 months later, a year later, 2 years later, it looked like you climb up, which you did. You climbed up. They ain't going nowhere. The only thing that they can do is hate on you. The only thing they can do is be jealous of you. Why? Because they can't do anything else. They don't want to put the hard work in. They don't want to make the sacrifice. They don't want to do what they need to do to actually improve their position in life. They just want to be jealous. That's their choice. But I could tell you that once jealousy is in someone's heart, it's hard to overcome that jealousy. So the best thing you could do is just avoid jealous people. It's not going nowhere. Hopefully, you're not dealing with a jealous partner, because like I said, that's going to be the worst situation that you could ever have to find yourself in. It's going to play out in weird ways that you never ever thought could ever be possible. They'll be going behind your back, gossiping about you. They'll be telling all your business off to the people that they shouldn't be telling it to. They'll be doing all the right things for them, but all the wrong things for you. And in the end, it just ends up being a very detrimental situation. I've had it happen with material possessions that I've gotten. I've had it happen with vacations that I've been able to go on. I've had it happen with a car that I've bought. I've had it happen many a times. I've had it happen with clothes. When you step your clothes game up. When you step your shoe game up. I've had haters come on here and try to be jealous, because they've seen a couple of pairs of shoes on the screen behind me. What's that really about? I don't know you. You don't know me. I'm out here trying to make something happen in this world, and you're just behind the screen anonymously with your avatar up, hating, being jealous. When all reality, you could take that same energy and you could put that same energy into actually going out and doing something with yourself. Why not try that? No, they don't want to do that. They want to just be jealous. Jealousy never goes anywhere. Come on, Matt, get up. Jealousy is the last thing you want to do. Oh my goodness. Mac's not getting up. Mac is not getting up. I need a rematch now. He just knocked me out, swole my eye up. I need a rematch with this dude. Alright, he's probably jealous because I'm an up-and-coming boxer trying to make my way in this world. Stepped into the ring with swag. Oh, I gotta back down to this dude now? Alright, that's fine. Let's go ahead and knock this little goofy out real quick. And get back up to Piston Honda. Alright, so back to it. These jealous people, you gotta stay away from them. They ain't good for you. They're toxic. These jealous people will destroy your life. And you will be wondering what happened. Well, what happened was you were dealing with a jealous person and you didn't know who they were. The best thing you could do is identify these jealous people and get them out of your life immediately. Now, I don't care who it is. Like I said, family, friend, cousin, best friend, girlfriend, wife. Now, I do realize that some people are married and you can't just necessarily get divorced because, your wife is jealous of something that happened. I get it. But you gotta address it. If you're in a situation and you can't get out, you gotta address that jealousy, because that jealousy is gonna wreak havoc on the relationship. Now, what I would personally suggest is that don't let it get to the jealousy phase. If it gets to be where it's like they're envious of you, try to address the envy at the envy stage. Don't let it get to be jealousy. Is that a TKO or is that just 2? All right. Knock that fool out real quick. All right, now let's step back up and see what this other dude's talking about. Try to address the envy at that stage, or even before it gets to be envy, because it's a ramp up. There's feelings, people felt some type of way, then that starts to turn to envy, then that starts to turn to jealousy, and jealousy and hate are like right there. If it gets to jealousy, you got a potential hater online. You got a potential hater. And you do not want it to get to the situation where you got a hater, especially if it's somebody you close to. So, try to address it. If there's something you could do to potentially help them get themselves in a better position in life, then by all means, go ahead and do it. Now, just to address these haters out here and people that are jealous, I think it's important that you're not out here bragging. You're not out here flaunting your accomplishments in other people's face. Now, I think it's okay to talk about what you've accomplished, but when you're someone that's very successful and you're doing things that a lot of other people aren't doing, it's going to be tough for them to hear about how things are going so good for you. Like right now, the economy is down. I don't care what they tell you on TV. The economy's not that good. And there's a lot of people that are hurting out here. There's a lot of people that are just barely hanging on. There's a lot of people eating at food and soup kitchens and donations and all types of crazy situations, surviving off of credit cards, handouts, and hand-me-downs. That's what's really going on. So I think now more than ever, the opportunity for people to start to become jealous is right there. If your life is on track and it's going smooth, there's a couple haters and a couple jealous people in the background waiting for you to slip up and fall. They're waiting for you to close your eyes and go to sleep in your fantasy. And that's when they're going to come in and hit you with that little knockout blow. You might be looking like this, like a goofy, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, and then they just sucker punch you. Oh, got sucker punched out here, goofy. While you want to go to sleep, and I think it's easy to see jealous people when you're in public. That's when you kind of notice the jealous people the most. Because if you walk into somewhere shining, your kicks are fresh, your outfit's on point, you looking tough out here in these streets, other people are going to take notice. It might just be a subtle glance like, oh my God, did he really just walk by wearing that? Or they'll walk in, look down, and then look up on you, do a scan on you. Jealousy. Sometimes you'll be out in public and the next woman might look at you. She's walking with her boyfriend or husband. They walking hand in hand, and then all of a sudden she looks at you. Yo, at the mall, and she locks eyes on you real quick. Now her man then looked at you. First she looked at you. You glance back like, girl, why you looking at me? You know you're married. You know you don't got no business even looking over here. You got your little goofy on your arm right there. I ain't no goofy, so it ain't finna happen with me anyway. But she looked over, then her husband looks at you like, bro, why are you staring back at me? Why are you looking at me like that? What you should have did was checked your girl in like, why are you staring at him? Why are you over there checking him out? But you don't have no spine. You don't got no backbone about you enough to actually open up your mouth and address the bad behavior. So I see that happen out in public here and there, where there'll be a man with his wife and then he's jealous. And a lot of times these women, I mean, they're average. Some of them are above average, whatever. I don't care. If she's locked up and clamped up and hugged up with some dude, that's off the market to me. But you know how it goes. A lot of people aren't satisfied with where they're at, and they're always looking to try to upgrade. That's how the game goes. So I think you might see that more when you go out kind of by yourself and you're at the mall, you're going shopping, or you go to an event or something like that. People tend to want to get dressed up and fresh, and kind of, you do kind of want to stunt a little bit. You want to stunt just a little bit. You don't want to stunt so hard that you're hurting people's feelings out here. So you could leave all the jewelry and all that at home, but you got a nice shirt on, you got some nice fashionable clothing on, cologne game is on point, you smelling like a boss out here. They could smell a boss when a boss walks in a room. They can, is that $300 cologne? Is that $500 bottle of, is that, I smell that. He's wearing Christian Clive. He's wearing Clive Christian. What's that? That happens. So again, going in public, you'll tend to kind of see some haters here and there and people that are jealous. But luckily for you, you don't have to interact with them. You just walk by and it hurt their feelings. And you just keep walking and going about your business. You go in the mall, you run into this store, you grab a couple items, you go in another store, grab a couple items, you're shopping bagged up, walking through the mall like this, looking real tough. Oh, this dude hit me like that? Oh, he hit me like that twice? Nah. Oh. Come on, Mac. Come on, Mac. You ain't even moving out the way like you supposed to, Mac. Come on, Lil Mac. Now I gotta do an amazing comeback right now. I'm gonna have to switch controllers. This dude ain't moving out the way like he's supposed to. Alright. Getting back to it. The haters that you encounter in public, you don't gotta see them again. But you do gotta see it if that's your best friend. You do gotta go home with her if that's your wife. You do gotta go home with her if that's your girlfriend. And that's tough. Alright, I gotta fight this dude again. Alright, at least I made it up to this level. Let's go on and get through this dude real quick. Yeah, so the best thing to do is to, just keep on skating. Just keep rolling on. Keep rolling on when it's a hater that you don't have to continue to deal with. Mac act like he don't want to get out the way. Look at Lil Mac getting rocked over here. Come on, Lil Mac. You gotta get out the way well in advance with Little Mac. Otherwise, he just wants to stand there and get punched in his face. Wow, this dude's about to TKO me over here. Alright, we gotta even this thing up. Alright, getting back to it. If it's someone that you don't know or a casual acquaintance, man, let them go. Don't keep dealing with jealous people and people that are jealous of you. You know, because they'll come around and they'll just smile in your face and pretend and, oh man, you my best friend, and oh, you know, I love you and this and that and all this. But they don't never look out for you. They ain't never really there for you when you need them. When the big things happen for you in life and you try to hit them up, they ain't even gonna answer their phone because they know something big and something nice happened for you. They know it did. And they don't want to be a part of hearing about your success. It's like when you tell them something big happened for you, it's like an exorcism was performed. You know what I'm saying? They feel like it's like they're a demon, and that success hit them like it was holy water. You know, that holy water hits them. They don't want no part of hearing about you coming up. They ain't feeling it at all, at all, at all. Alright, I gotta go on and get this guy out the way. I don't normally lose to this dude like this. This is one of the weakest dudes over here. You're trying to take advantage of me. Little Matt got knocked out again by this old weak chump. This ain't happening, man. Oh, he knocked me into retirement. Oh, I guess it's time to give up. Alright, well, that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Gaming with Funtendo. I just wanted to talk a little bit about jealousy and how you want to try to prevent situations at the envy stage. You do not want it to get to the point where people are jealous of you. Do not be going around flaunting your clothes game, your jewelry game, your car game, your money, your woman, nothing. Don't flaunt your success in front of other people, because if they're not on that level or higher, they're definitely going to feel jealousy in their heart if they're the type of person that has a jealousy built into their DNA. We'll see y'all next time on Gaming with Funtendo.